You've probably heard it all your life. Canned foods are convenient, affordable, and safe. But what if I told you that for millions of people over 60, that simple habit could be the reason behind rising blood pressure, aching joints, or that constant fatigue you can't quite explain? I'm not here to scare you. I'm here to open your eyes. Because the truth is, not all cans are created equal. Some of them quietly steal your strength, flooding your body with salt, chemicals, and hidden sugars that accelerate aging from the inside out. But others, the right ones, can actually protect your heart, rebuild your muscles, and keep your mind sharp for years to come. At Ageless Vitality, we believe every bite should bring you closer to health, not further away from it. That's why today, we're exposing the 4 worst canned foods you should never touch after 60 and revealing the 4 best ones that can help you feel younger, stronger, and more alive than you've felt in years. Each one is backed by real science and real stories from everyday people who turn their health around simply by making smarter pantry choices. And trust me, number 1 on both lists will surprise you because it's probably sitting in your kitchen right now. Before we dive in, I'd love to hear from you. Where are you watching from? And what's the one canned food you eat most often? Drop it in the comments below, because when we share our stories, we help each other grow stronger together. Now, let's start with one that looks sweet and harmless, but for older adults, it can quietly raise blood sugar, drain your energy, and age your heart faster than you think. Worst canned food number 4, canned fruit and syrup. It looks innocent, doesn't it? Golden peaches, soft pears, maybe pineapple slices, all glistening inside that shiny can. The label even says, made from real fruit, or packed with vitamins. So how could something that looks so pure be one of the biggest traps in the grocery aisle? Here's the truth. Those colorful cans aren't filled with health. They're filled with sugar. And not the natural kind your body knows how to handle. We're talking about heavy syrup, thick, sticky liquid that can contain over 30 grams of added sugar in a single cup. That's the same as dumping 8 teaspoons of table sugar into your healthy snack. When you're over 60, your body doesn't process sugar the way it used to. Your pancreas becomes less efficient, your muscles store less glycogen, and your insulin sensitivity declines. So instead of turning that sugar into quick energy, your body stores it as belly fat, while your blood sugar and blood pressure both spike. A major study published in JAMA Internal Medicine found that people who get more than 25% of their daily calories from added sugar have double the risk of dying from heart disease, even if they're not overweight. And canned fruit and syrup is one of the sneakiest sources of that hidden sugar. Let me tell you about Gloria, a 72-year-old grandmother from Arizona. She used to have a bowl of canned peaches every evening, believing it was the perfect replacement for cookies. But within a year, her waistline expanded, her energy plummeted, and her doctor diagnosed her with prediabetes. Gloria was devastated. She thought she was doing everything right. But once she switched to fresh fruit and canned fruit packed in water, her energy came back. Her blood sugar stabilized, and within months, her doctor told her she was no longer prediabetic. That's the difference a small change can make. Here's your fix. Always read the label. Choose cans that say packed in water or 100% fruit juice, never syrup. Even better, go fresh. A handful of berries or sliced apples gives you sweetness with fiber, vitamins, and antioxidants. No sugar crash attached. If you crave that syrupy flavor, drizzle a little raw honey or cinnamon on your fruit instead. Canned fruit and syrup might look like a treat from your childhood, but your body today needs gentler care. Give it the natural sweetness it deserves, and save your heart, your energy, and your independence in the process. Worst canned food number 3, canned soups, the comfort food that quietly raises your blood pressure. There's something deeply comforting about soup. That warm aroma, the sound of a spoon against the bowl, it feels like home. And for many seniors, canned soup seems like the perfect solution. Quick, inexpensive, and supposedly healthy. But here's the hard truth. That can of chicken noodle soup sitting in your pantry might be doing more harm to your heart than a plate of fries. Most canned soups, even the ones labeled low-fat or heart-healthy, are loaded with sodium. Just one serving can contain 900 to 1,200 milligrams of salt. That's nearly half your daily limit in a single bowl. And let's be honest, whoever stops at just half a can? Your heart and kidneys simply can't handle that flood of sodium, especially after 60. Excess salt pulls water into your bloodstream, forcing your heart to pump harder and your blood pressure to rise. Over time, this leads to stiff arteries, swelling in your legs, and that drained, heavy feeling many mistake for just getting older. A landmark clinical study in hypertension found that seniors who cut their sodium intake reduced their blood pressure by 7 points, enough to lower stroke risk by nearly 25%. But canned soups push your sodium sky high, undoing all your healthy efforts with one easy meal. Let's talk about John, a 68-year-old retiree from Ohio. For years, he believed his daily lunch, a can of light, chicken noodle soup, was a smart, safe choice. But slowly, his ankles began to swell. He felt dizzy when standing up. And at his next checkup, his doctor looked him in the eye and said, "John, your blood pressure is in the danger zone." He didn't need new medication. He just needed a new lunch. When John started making homemade soups with low-sodium broth, fresh vegetables, and herbs instead of salt, something amazing happened. His blood pressure dropped. The swelling disappeared. And within weeks, he felt light on his feet again, more alive than he had in years. Here's your fix. If you must buy canned soup, look for labels that say low sodium or no salt added. Aim for less than 140 milligrams of sodium per serving. Better yet, make your own. Use garlic, onions, parsley, thyme, or lemon juice to bring flavor back without the salt. Cook large batches, freeze them in small containers, and you'll have quick, heart-healthy meals ready anytime. Canned soups promise comfort, but true comfort comes from knowing your next bowl is healing your heart, not harming it. With one simple change, you can keep the warmth of a homemade meal and protect your blood pressure for years to come. Worst canned food number 2. Canned pasta, ravioli, spaghetti, mac and cheese. It's quick. It's nostalgic. It's that familiar red can that promises an easy dinner when you don't feel like cooking. Canned ravioli, spaghetti, or macaroni and cheese might remind you of family nights or simple times. But after 60, your body remembers something else: inflammation, fatigue, and rising blood pressure. Here's why this so-called convenience food is one of the worst traps on the grocery shelf. Each can is a perfect storm of refined carbs, hidden sugars, salt, and cheap oils. One serving of canned ravioli can contain over 1,200 milligrams of sodium, 20 grams of added sugar, and almost no real fiber or nutrients. That means you're flooding your bloodstream with fast-burning carbs and chemicals while starving your cells of what they actually need: vitamins, minerals, and clean energy. Your body feels it right away. That post-meal slump you chalk up to getting older? It's really your blood sugar crashing after the artificial high of processed pasta sauce and syrupy tomato glaze. Meanwhile, your arteries stiffen under the salt load, your joints ache from inflammation, and your energy levels flatline. The science confirms it. A study published in Circulation found that people who ate the most ultra-processed foods, like canned pasta meals, had a 29% higher risk of heart disease. And seniors were the most affected group because their metabolism, kidneys, and digestion are already slower and more sensitive. Take Harold, 70, from Wisconsin. Living alone, He leaned on canned spaghetti several nights a week. It was cheap, easy, and reminded him of home. But over time, he noticed his waistline expanding, his blood pressure rising, and his energy fading. His doctor warned that he was on the verge of diabetes. When Harold switched to whole grain pasta and a simple homemade tomato sauce with garlic, olive oil, and herbs, everything changed. His numbers improved, his digestion calmed, and he said, "I didn't realize how bad I'd been feeling until I stopped eating from a can." Here's your fix. Skip the canned stuff. Boil whole grain or lentil-based pasta instead. It's ready in minutes. Make your own sauce from no salt added canned tomatoes, olive oil, and herbs. If you crave convenience, cook extra pasta and freeze it in small portions. Real food can be just as easy as the can. Canned pasta might taste like comfort, but it's false comfort, the kind that leaves your body weaker over time. Choose the version that truly nourishes you, not the one that quietly takes your vitality away. Worst canned food number 1. Canned chili and stews. It smells rich, looks hearty, and feels comforting, like something your grandmother used to make on a cold day. You pop open the can, heat it up, and think, this is real food. But here's the hard truth. For seniors over 60, canned chili and stews can be a slow-moving health disaster in disguise. Each can is a chemical cocktail, a mix of ultra-processed meats, heavy sodium, artificial thickeners, and hidden sugars. Just one serving can carry over 1,200 milligrams of sodium, 20 grams of fat, and up to 10 grams of added sugar. That's not nourishment. It's a stress test for your heart, kidneys, and joints. Why does it matter more after 60? Because your body's filters, your liver and kidneys, don't recover as fast as they once did. Every excess gram of salt pulls water into your bloodstream, forcing your heart to pump harder. The saturated fats and preservatives create inflammation that spreads silently through your body, attacking your joints, arteries, and even your brain. And the sugar? It fuels insulin resistance, making your energy crash and your waistline expand, even if you're eating less than you used to. A powerful study published in The Lancet Public Health found that people who ate the most ultra-processed foods, like canned chili and stews, had a 62% higher risk of early death. Another in circulation revealed a 32% higher risk of heart disease from eating processed meat-based meals just twice a week. For seniors, that's not a statistic, it's a warning siren. Let's look at Margaret, 74, from Oregon. She loved canned beef stew. It was easy, tasty, and reminded her of home. But after 2 years of making it her go-to dinner, she developed high blood pressure, joint pain, and constant fatigue. Her doctor finally connected the dots. The high salt, trans fats, and preservatives were overloading her body. When she replaced canned stew with homemade chili made from lean turkey, beans, tomatoes, and herbs, everything shifted. Within 3 months, her energy returned, her swelling went down, and her doctor reduced her blood pressure medication for the first time in years. Here's your fix. Skip the can entirely. Make chili at home using beans, tomatoes, and lean ground meat or turkey. Add herbs like cumin, garlic, and paprika instead of salt. You'll get flavor and anti-inflammatory benefits. Freeze leftovers in small containers for quick, healthy meals that taste even better reheated. If you must buy canned, choose no salt added versions and always rinse the contents before heating. Canned chili and stews promise comfort, but what your body truly needs is recovery. Every spoonful of fresh, simple, homemade food is a step away from inflammation and a step towards strength, clarity, and longevity. The good news? You don't have to give up the warmth or flavor you love. You just have to bring it back to your kitchen where healing starts. From danger to healing, the power of choosing better cans. Now that we've uncovered the hidden dangers lurking in so many pantry staples, take a deep breath. Because this is where everything changes. You see, canned food itself isn't the enemy. It's the quality of what's inside and the way it's made that determines whether it quietly harms you or actively heals you. For decades, big food companies have used the same trick. Take something real, strip it of nutrients, drown it in salt, sugar, and preservatives, and call it convenient. And many of us, especially those over 60, trusted those claims, believing we were doing the right thing for our health and our families. But here's the truth they don't tell you. Some cans can actually save your health. They can stabilize your blood sugar, strengthen your bones, lower blood pressure, protect your heart, and keep your digestion moving strong, all while saving you time and money. The key is knowing how to separate the toxic from the therapeutic. Let's start discovering them together. Here are the 4 best canned foods that can turn your pantry into a secret medicine cabinet for longevity and strength. Best canned food number 4. Canned chickpeas, garbanzo beans. They may look plain, small, beige, and unassuming, but don't be fooled. Inside every can of chickpeas is a powerhouse of nutrients your body desperately needs after 60. These humble little beans are one of the most underrated superfoods for seniors, packed with plant-based protein, soluble fiber, magnesium, and folate, all working together to rebuild your strength, stabilize your blood sugar, and protect your heart. You see, most seniors unknowingly eat meals that spike their blood sugar and leave them exhausted hours later. But chickpeas work differently. Their fiber slows digestion, keeping your energy steady all day long. Their magnesium relaxes your blood vessels, lowering blood pressure naturally. And their folate supports brain and nerve function, protecting your memory and mood. Science backs it up. A 2023 study published in Nutrients found that adults over 60 who ate legumes, especially chickpeas, at least 4 times a week had a 22% lower risk of heart disease and significantly better blood sugar control. That's not a supplement. That's real food working as real medicine. Here's the tips. Always choose no salt added or low sodium canned chickpeas, and rinse them under running water before eating to remove excess salt. Add them to salads, soups, and stir-fries, or mash them into homemade hummus with olive oil, garlic, and lemon for a gut-healing snack. For variety, roast them with a pinch of turmeric and paprika. They become crispy, crunchy, and perfect for replacing chips. Canned chickpeas don't just fill you up, they fuel you. They help you stand taller, walk stronger, and move through your day without the crashes, stiffness, or sluggishness that processed foods create. Sometimes, the simplest foods carry the greatest power. And chickpeas prove that healing doesn't have to be complicated. It just has to be consistent. Best canned food number 3. Canned sardines in water or olive oil. They're small, they're humble, and yes, they have a strong smell. But don't let that fool you. Canned sardines might just be one of the most powerful longevity foods on the planet, especially for anyone over 60. Each little sardine is packed with omega-3 fatty acids, vitamin D, calcium, and high-quality protein, exactly the nutrients your body craves to stay strong, sharp, and active. Unlike larger fish, sardines live short lives and feed low on the food chain, meaning they carry almost zero mercury, making them one of the safest seafoods for seniors to eat regularly. Here's why they're so transformative after 60. Omega-3s reduce inflammation in your arteries and joints, helping to protect your heart and mobility. Vitamin D strengthens your bones and immune system. Calcium from their soft, edible bones helps prevent fractures and maintain balance. Protein preserves muscle mass, your key defense against frailty and falls. And the science backs it up. A 2024 study published in Nutrients found that seniors who ate omega-3 rich fish like sardines twice a week had a 35% lower risk of cognitive decline and significantly better heart health. Your brain and body both thrive on the same thing: anti-inflammatory fats that keep cells young and flexible. Pro tips: choose sardines packed in water if you're watching calories, or in olive oil for an extra heart-healthy boost. Always rinse them lightly to reduce sodium. Add them to salads, sandwiches, whole grain pasta, or avocado toast. For a quick lunch, mash sardines with lemon juice, olive oil, and black pepper. Spread on whole grain crackers for a protein-rich, brain-boosting meal. Canned sardines prove a simple truth: you don't need expensive supplements or fancy superfoods to stay strong, just the right choices in your pantry. They're portable, affordable, and astonishingly powerful. Each tiny fish is a reminder that sometimes the smallest things bring the greatest strength. Best canned food number 2. Canned tomatoes, no salt added. They may look ordinary, just another red can on the shelf, but inside those bright tomatoes lies one of nature's most powerful anti-aging secrets. Canned tomatoes are packed with lycopene, vitamin C, potassium, and antioxidants that protect your heart, lower inflammation, and even strengthen your immune system. And here's a fascinating twist: when tomatoes are lightly heated during canning, their lycopene actually becomes more absorbable. That means canned tomatoes often deliver more heart protective power than fresh ones. Here's why that matters so much after 60. Lycopene protects your arteries, lowering your risk of heart disease and stroke. Vitamin C strengthens your immune defenses and collagen production, keeping your skin and joints youthful. Potassium balances blood pressure and reduces strain on your heart. And the antioxidants help neutralize free radicals, slowing down the silent cellular damage that accelerates aging. Science backs every bit of it. A 2023 study in the Journal of Nutrition found that adults with the highest lycopene levels had a 55% lower risk of stroke. Another in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition revealed that tomato-rich diets reduced LDL cholesterol by 10% and improved artery flexibility, two key markers of cardiovascular resilience. Pro tips: always choose no salt added canned tomatoes. The regular versions can carry hidden sodium bombs. Pair them with olive oil, garlic, and herbs to boost absorption of lycopene and flavor without needing salt. Use them in soups, stews, sauces, or casseroles, or blend them into a refreshing vegetable smoothie with celery and lemon. Canned tomatoes prove that simple doesn't mean ordinary. They're vibrant, versatile, and scientifically proven to guard your arteries and rejuvenate your cells. Keep a few cans in your pantry, and you'll always have a powerful heart protective ingredient ready to go, a daily reminder that every meal can be an act of healing. Best canned food number 1. Canned black beans, no salt added. If there's one food that deserves the title pantry medicine, it's canned black beans. They might not look impressive, but these small, glossy beans are a complete package of protein, fiber, potassium, magnesium, and antioxidants, the very nutrients your body depends on to stay strong, balanced, and full of energy after 60. For decades, seniors were told to cut carbs and fear beans for bloating. But science has completely changed that story. In reality, black beans are one of nature's most balanced foods, a perfect blend of plant protein and slow-digesting carbohydrates that nourish your muscles, stabilize your blood sugar, and protect your heart in one simple serving. Here's how they work. Protein keeps your muscles strong and fights sarcopenia, the age-related muscle loss that steals strength over time. Soluble fiber traps cholesterol, lowering LDL and protecting arteries. Potassium and magnesium relax blood vessels and regulate your heartbeat. Antioxidants, especially anthocyanins, the dark pigment that gives them color, reduce inflammation in the heart and brain, helping you think clearer and age slower. And the research is undeniable. A study published in the British Journal of Nutrition found that older adults who ate legumes like black beans 5 times per week had a 23% lower risk of early death from heart disease and diabetes. That's not luck. That's biology working in your favor. Here's the tips. Choose no salt added canned black beans, and always rinse them thoroughly to remove excess sodium and starch. Mix them with brown rice, tomatoes, or avocado for a complete, heart-healthy meal. Add them to soups, salads, or veggie wraps, or even blend them into a creamy, high-protein dip with garlic and olive oil. For digestion comfort, start with half a cup per meal and increase gradually so your gut adjusts to the added fiber. Black beans are living proof that longevity doesn't come from exotic superfoods or pricey supplements. It comes from the small, consistent choices you make every day. They're inexpensive, versatile, and healing. Food that works with your body, not against it. Each can is a quiet powerhouse waiting to stabilize your blood sugar, build your strength, and protect the independence that matters most. So next time you open a can, remember, you're not just feeding yourself, you're investing in years of energy, resilience, and vitality. Final conclusion, your pantry can heal or harm. The choice is in your hands. At the end of the day, your pantry tells the story of your health. For years, canned foods were seen as convenient and harmless, but now you know the truth. Some cans are quietly stealing your energy, spiking your blood pressure, and aging your body from the inside out, while others are rebuilding your strength, protecting your heart, and helping you thrive long past 60. Here's the simple truth. Canned fruits drowning in syrup, salty soups, sugar-loaded pastas, and ultra-processed stews don't just take up space in your kitchen, they rob your body of vitality, one bite at a time. But the good news is powerful and immediate. With every swap, a can of black beans instead of chili, chickpeas instead of pasta, tomatoes instead of sauces, sardines instead of meats, you're not just changing your diet. You're reversing inflammation, balancing your blood sugar, nourishing your muscles, and reclaiming your independence. Your pantry is not a place of temptation. It's your toolbox for longevity, and now you know exactly how to use it. So today, take one small step. Open your pantry and check your shelves. Ask yourself, is this can healing me or harming me? Replace one bad can with one good one, and feel the difference within weeks. Because after 60, every choice matters. And the right choice can mean not just living longer, but living stronger, steadier, and with the joy of knowing you're in control of your health. Now we'd love to hear from you. Which canned food shocked you the most today? Have you already started making swaps for your heart and energy? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We read and reply to everyone because your journey matters to us. And if this video opened your eyes, tap like, share it with a friend who needs to hear this truth, and hit subscribe to join our Ageless Vitality community, where every week we share science-backed ways to stay strong, independent, and vibrant for decades to come. Your health isn't gone. It's waiting on your next choice. Start with your pantry. Start today.